Welcome along to an Obviously Fight Talk interview with Noel O'Keefe and Robert Palin. And if you're looking on YouTube, you probably might have an idea. This is a video that went viral at the weekend at Full Contact Contender 19. Let's let the video do the talking. So this went crazy viral for this reason.
Picks him out, puts him down.
Jones really grimacing there.
Really grimaced when he landed there and giving up the neck. No, just controlling at the moment.
Looked like he was going for a Japanese necktie briefly.
He gets something better.
He's really not looking happy in there, Steve.
No, he really looks uncomfortable.
Oh, Boston Crab!
No!
Boston Crab!
Boston
oh
Crab!
My God!
Oh, he said it's the and the Walls of Jericho finishes it!
And the Walls of Jericho finish it. And we are now joined by Jonno Mears. Welcome to Obviously Fight Talk. Delighted to say that we are joined now by Jonno Mears. So Johnny, welcome to Obviously Fight Talk.
Hi, thanks for having me on and obviously asking about this submission that I've made history with.
It's something that when it happened on the night, like I seen it straight away. It was on Facebook, and then it was on Twitter, and then you had like MMA Fight and MMA Junkie, Bloody Elbow, everybody.
Everywhere.
To the extent that Chris Jericho then tweeted it. So in the fight, the one tweet I said about it, Jonno, if I'm being blatantly honest with you, is how did it get to that point? Like, just how?
Yeah.
And it's something that you spoke a little bit about. Were you surprised it got there, and how did it get there, essentially?
Yeah, completely shocked. Obviously, when I took him down, he turned around quite quick onto all fours. I obviously got the chin strap, and then obviously from that, tried to control the position and maybe go for a submission, being more so proving necktie, even controlling to obviously take the back. He obviously dug his face down into the mat, covering himself up. So obviously tried to posture up above and get on top of him. Ended up sort of sat on his back. Obviously wrestling, tried to control the leg. Just obviously maybe looked to turn around so he couldn't spin on me. And then it came into my brain, obviously crowd, because believe it or not, I'd actually played with it in training, and me manager, believe it or not, had looked, when we'd been messing about, he looked into it. It'd never been done. So obviously, yeah, it was in the back of my mind all the time. On my debut, I was hoping to use it, but my opponent only lasted 23 seconds.
Yeah, I was going to say, we were doing a little bit of a look back to see how he done. We went, Jesus, his first fight was 23 seconds. Now he's won by Boston Crab. But when it obviously, again, when you get into that position and you're wrestling with someone's legs, especially in a scramble, it's sort of more difficult. So when you got it, the one thing that I absolutely loved about the video was when you hooked it up, was the big thumbs up and the tongue sticking out, and it was, you just knew you had it. But like, the commentary is brilliant as well, where it's like, oh my God, a Boston Crab! And you ran and you jumped on the cage. So I'm sure you've watched it back thousands of times at this stage. But like,
Yeah.
was it surreal when you sat into it? Like when you sat back, because we've all been kids watching the WWE and we had our favourite wrestlers, and you're beating up the younger brother or the cousin and you're trying all these leg locks. But how surreal in a moment, Jonno, was it when you wrapped it up and you sat back? Because you embraced it by sticking the thumbs up and sticking the tongue out. Like, you embraced the moment.
Believe it or not, when we drill it and obviously train it, it's not that off. Yeah, when we drill and train, obviously, in training and play with it, if you actually put the thumbs up after you've hooked the legs in, it actually becomes tighter. It brings it torques your body and brings you up onto your tiptoes, which puts more torque obviously on the submission rather than using brute strength. It obviously gives you more control as well. So believe it or not, the crazy thumbs up is actually just
part of the technique.
A better technique, yeah. The tongue obviously is just obviously being a bit silly with it because I know it's a silly submission.
Yeah, but no, it's something that like I can guarantee you, like Joe Rogan will be talking about this, Ariel Owani, they'll all be talking about it. But like, you know, you're 23 seconds first to your debut. Boston Crab. What's next? Is it the DDT? Is it the Macho Randy Man Savage big elbow off the top of the cage? What's next?
Believe it or not, I had 3 submissions in mind. There was obviously the electric chair, which is one of my favourites. Obviously the Boston Crab. One that I didn't really want to reveal, but I might just keep that secret in case
exclusive.
it does.
Exclusive.
I've got another good one from the back. There's arguments that it's possibly been done before, but we'll see if I can do it better.
And what's the idea? Because it's something that, it's obviously grappling is open to. It's an art form. It's what you do and how you transition into certain things. But is that something you drill in the gym where you try these? Because, everybody, don't get me wrong, there's so many setups for like an armbar or a triangle. But is this something that when you're in a peculiar position in the fight, that if you drill these weird scenarios that, you're at home in these weird positions essentially?
Definitely, 100%. Like I said, I'm setting up my own facility. Currently, I've been setting up for 5 months. Part of the reason is so that I can do my own training, my own thing, put me on in my own facility, my own environment. I've trained in lots of different gyms all around the countries, competed at good levels, so I've been very fortunate that I've had good training and been in good facilities and seen obviously all that environment. But I personally love to do martial arts more to enjoy it, it's almost like an art form, isn't it? So if you can play it out as a play or make it more exciting rather than just being completely aggressive all the time, trying to beat down on people, I think there's more of an art display to it than just being aggressive with it. And that's what I love in martial arts. That's what my whole ethos is with life, to enjoy things.
It must have been pretty surreal, as Noel said, to have Chris Jericho himself, the man who probably made the move famous, to actually tweet you and tweet the submission. That must have been a little bit surreal, was it?
Yeah, it's been crazy. I've had obviously lots of different people sharing it. I've seen it went up on the BJ Penn website.
Yeah.
Apparently it's been up on the Mac Life. Apparently there's quite a few people who've apparently commented, but yeah, I'm chuffed to bits.
It's on obviously Fight Talk.
Yeah.
One big one though as well, like obviously WWE comes to the UK quite regularly, and sometimes they do things where like I remember like Wayne Rooney, for example, slapped somebody or something like that. I've grown out of my WWF following, so but is that something that realistically could be a possibility? The WWE come, this has gone absolutely viral, absolutely huge. Why wouldn't they ring you?
Well, we'll see that they come to Manchester next month. I might even take my boys. We'll see what happens.
You have to walk in like Vince McMahon though. There's no way. Like you have to have a T-shirt of yourself or something doing it. Like it's got to be. One aspect I want to look at is you got to feel for poor Aaron Jones in this one. Did you speak to him after the fight?
I did actually. Bought him a beer. I spoke to him. Obviously bought him a beer. Checked he was okay because obviously he was down on the campus quite a while. I was a bit concerned.
Yeah.
I've trained martial arts all my life. I've got quite a good amateur record. I had a lot of fights in my amateur record and got quite a good record in my amateur record. Rather than taking the easy route, I fought all the top fighters, obviously in our local area. And yeah, basically, when I spoke to him to check he was all right, because obviously, what my point is when I was applying the submission, I wasn't basically yanking it on. I felt I had control of the legs. I was applying it, and obviously weren't tapping. Well, I didn't feel him tapping, so obviously I applied it a bit more. Obviously that's when the thumbs went up, so obviously dig it in that bit tighter.
There was one bit of confusion I noticed. Somebody pointed it out. It looked like you were wearing 6-ounce gloves, so somebody had said to me that's an illegal technique because it was an amateur fight. Were they 4-ounce gloves you were wearing?
What it was is the runner had brought me the wrong gloves and said that there was none of the other gloves about. Apparently they'd all been taken. I spoke to, because I actually pointed it out, I spoke to the promoter and he said that basically wherever they had the stock of gloves, someone had obviously helped themselves to them.
Helped themselves.
So basically they were short on gloves at the promotion. So I think my opponent actually had obviously the pro gloves on, and obviously I had the amateur gloves on, believe it or not. But
that's crazy. Yeah, big disadvantage there. Obviously, if you were standing striking, but I have to say it's been absolutely great to talk to the man behind the video, because sometimes you see these videos and it just gets blown and you don't hear anything. But like you're a true martial artist by your mentality and how you're speaking here. You know what I mean? You do it for the art, for the form. And like
what I think you should give us a little hint of the next move. I think you should. I think a little hint. You don't even have to tell us what it is.
Just
but give
a
us
hint.
Give us a hint.
There's a couple in the little file, but one of them's obviously off the back again. But obviously reverse. It is actually another spine lock as well.
Sharpshooter.
Maybe.
I think I got it.
The sharpshooter is next. Jonno, listen, it's absolute.
But I'm also just to put it out there as well. Obviously, if you look at my amateur career, I took it a bit more serious. Obviously, tried to apply certain skill sets. So my coaches that were around me at the time, they had me like on certain fights try and use them striking. Other ones try and use them jiu-jitsu. Others try and wrestle. So obviously I've built my skill set up that way. Now that I'm setting up my own facility, I feel I want to show my skill set, everything I've learned, but also my way of martial arts behind it, as after that sounds.
Where is, for people that want to find it, Jonno, where is the gym? Obviously you have a lot of attention here and it's the best advertisement for your gym. So where can any potential fighters go?
There it is.
It's there's a new badge.
Buddy MMA.
Bury MMA, and as you can see on the bottom of the badge, it's actually saying.
Oh, we'll just get a fist.
Get a bit closer for you. It actually says on the.
We're seeing your knuckles.
Yeah, we're seeing knuckles there.
Let's go there again.
Yeah, if you're wrestling, there we go. Yeah.
Wrestling.
Oh, as you can see at the bottom, it says wrestling.
Yeah.
Bury MMA, it's got obviously all the disciplines around. We're going to be obviously teaching a full timetable of classes, 2 kids and 2 adults classes every evening. With all different coaches teaching the disciplines, but obviously with high level backgrounds in each discipline.
And where exactly in Bury is it, Jonno?
It's right in the town centre. It's just off Cobden Street. It's Unit 9B, Britannia Mill. It's a big, massive old mill. I've just been, like I said, I've spent quite a lot of my earnings, my savings into it. I used to be a mechanical engineer, plumber, heating engineer, had my own business. And basically give all that up in the last 6-12 months to do this kind of big project and take a big risk.
Wow.
I've worked in gyms all my life, so I'm not daft to the fact that I know that gyms don't actually make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But for me, I've been fortunate that I've done okay. I've made a little bit of money, but I don't actually think that money is everything in life. And obviously I've got 2 little boys, and I thought obviously if I can build a facility in my local town where there isn't any MMA facilities for the local people, then hopefully give a little bit back, but also benefit off the back of it being my own facility, being in my own environment.
Very nice. We wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you.
We thank you so much for coming on to us here. We can appreciate your phone is probably absolutely blown up. Congratulations on a stunning and the first. No matter what happens, that's a record. You're in the record books. Along with the greatest fighters that have ever graced octagons and cages. So that's something else. Great chatting to you. Getting to know you as well. Yeah. Great guy. True mixed martial artist. Wish you the best of luck with Bury MMA and best of luck in the future, my man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Take care. Take care.
See you soon after the next one.
Yeah. We'll get you on after the sharpshooter. Cheers, my man. Thank you. What a guy. Lovely, isn't it? Getting to meet the guy that is the guy that fucking done that, incredible. Really nice guy.
Really nice guy.
And something that you won't see because this will be the one put out. We originally were on with Jonno on another interview, and unfortunately the Skype connection kept falling down. But Jonno got somewhere, got to a house and rang us back, and we conducted the interview. So again, we've basically done the interview twice with Jonno, and we so appreciate the time. Yeah. What a nice guy, what a nice man, giving it back to his community as well to build a gym. Get out there, support it. What an advertisement for your gym. Jeez, you couldn't write it, could you? What an advertisement for a gym. Super nice guy. Being an obviously Fight Talk interview exclusive.
A lot of content this week. Just watch out if you're watching this later in the week, earlier in the week. There's probably stuff that's just freezing.
just if you're on this, you're obviously on Fight Talk. Just look back. What a week we've had. We have had serious joy, but what an interview. Jonno Mears, great talking to him. But yeah, thanks a million. I've been Noel. He's been Rob. He was Jonno. Walls of Jericho.
Jesus.